Hey Gemini, how y'all doing? Welcome. We're going to be doing your first half of November general reading here. So in your meditation, it was I was seeing scenes from the movie Aladdin, and it was that like cave situation or whatever that was. It's been a minute since I've seen that movie, honey. But it was like where the diamond in the rough, like where the jewel or something was kept, and it was like only the diamond in the rough can receive the jewel. Amazingness that came up in your meditation. And then I heard the song, I have no idea what it's called. It's like da 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 da. Okay, da 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 da. Don't. Okay, I can't do it. But it felt very like Snake Charmer, like yeah, very Aladdin with like the Snake Charmer and the cobra, and very like it felt, but it was like really like, yeah, darling. Like, it was very like very cool. Diamond in the rough. Let's see what this diamond in the rough is about. So what's the animal energy for Gemini? It was very, very cool. What's the animal energy for Gemini? First half of November. Oh my God. Okay. I love this so much. Aquarius got unicorn in the last round. So I'm really obsessed with this because, first of all, this is about magic. This is also about things unfolding and happening that are just so ridiculously wonderful that they almost seem unreal or too good to be true, but I don't mean that in like a negative way. This can also talk about children with particularly intuitive abilities, psychic abilities, empathic children, crystal children, rainbow children, all of those good things. So, but in the base case, this is a highly magical creature, a highly magical time. And I love that Aladdin came up with like the diamond in the rough and having to retrieve the magical, what was it, a stone or something? Ooh, Lord, it's been a minute. From inside of the cave with, what was it, like a tiger god or something? It was like, I'm so excited. This is like a time of high magic for you. So amazing to me. Amazing. Let's see what's going on for y'all. Yeah, okay. The next full moon coming up, I believe, is in Taurus. Yeah, something about the moon cycles here, they're drawing my attention to. We just had the new moon in Scorpio too, in Scorpio season. I feel like something's gonna come to fruition or be revealed to you around this next full moon, just a couple weeks from now. Very cool. All right, what's going on for my Gemini? First half of November. Yeah. So we got the King of Wands here, which I'm really obsessed with even further because Aladdin definitely took place in the desert. I definitely remember that much. Doesn't that look like a little snake with wings? I'm kind of amazed. So King of Wands, this is such a beautiful energy here. He goes after what he wants, but then he knows when he's, done his time putting through his effort. He knows when to have several seats and then sit back and receive. And he understands that manifesting is an equal balance of action and inaction, right? So it makes him so amazing. Also with the balancing here on the nose, also representing fire energy here, but of course, and the wands rule the realm of passion, desire, artistry, and really anything that fuels your heart, again with the green, with the heart chakra color here, fills your heart with desire and really activates your heart chakra in any way. Gray skies are gonna clear up, put on a happy face. I just heard that. Because I noticed there's very few clouds back here. I feel like you're entering into a nice auspicious stretch here, Gemini. I like it for you. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Let's see what else is going on. Ooh! I mean, fire upon fire. You got the 8 of Wands. This is a super auspicious key. Number 8 is the number of financial prosperity and wealth, right? Leo energy here as well with the Strength card. The 8, again, more, passion, desire, artistry. This is ascension and upward and forward movement. This can also be a lot of communication coming in towards you and out as well. emails, you know, if anyone writes letters anymore. I just saw 4:44 on the timer. You know, just a lot of communication, phone calls, texts coming in towards you, a lot of communication back and forth. You know, it does feel like you're entering into a place where you are highly desired. Your time is highly desired. You're highly sought after. A lot of people want to come to you and be in your energy, which actually makes a lot of sense with the unicorn if you think about it, right? They hold such a very particular place, you know, among the mystical creatures and all. It's very revered. And they're showing me Harry Potter, where, like, you know, it was sacrilege, of course, to kill a unicorn, but that there is this, not just Harry Potter, but there is this, you know, mythology around it that it does impart, you know, immortality. So perhaps you could be involved in work that will lead to you being quite well known, in a time that's going to be remembered for a long time out here. So, but a time of high magic and high movement, that much is faux show. Oops, this one wants to come out. Knight of Pentacles. I like it. Okay. So Knight of Pentacles here, you know, it's wands and pentacles, darling. Passion and income. What else is there? No, you know, I love this for you. Knight of Pentacles is very much about an offer that is rooted in stability and real possibility. You know, it's not a page, it's a knight. So it's a little more mature than that. What is that, a cooking pan? Doesn't it look like he has like a cooking pan where you can put some biscuits on it, like strapped to his chest? I've never noticed that before. Huh. Okay. Getting something very specific. I feel like some of you are going to be attracting someone or an opportunity involving someone or an opportunity, whatever this is coming towards you. It's directly connected to your heart chakra and something that feels a little too good to be true, or like you can't believe it's happening to you. It could stem from feelings of like, I am not worthy, or, you know, again, is this too good to be true? Can I trust it? Because I'm drawn to the fact that his heart chakra is so covered. He's like, okay, here's my pentacle, but he doesn't look too confident about it. And it's such like a baby pony, like a miniature pony. And it's like, then you have the unicorn here, which is like kind of an antithesis to that. This is interesting, the way that it's storyboarding. You're in a King of Wands energy, right? Drawing a lot towards you and being at the, you know, king of the hill, top of the heap. So much so that you have to actively practice balance with everything that's going on, right? I mean, he's not even wearing his crown. He's like, I'm trying to balance because it won't, you know, it'll fall right off of his head. There's something to that. And again, with that like snake with wings there, I'm so obsessed with that. And then the Eight of Wands, it's like, you know, oh, there's a lot going on, a lot of communication. Everybody, you know, is like, is a lot going on. Or this could be someone that you come into contact with that it's just like, boop, boop, bop, 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 bop. A lot of communication. And then it's like, whoa, slow down. Okay, does this thing have legs? Can I trust this? Is this something that is going to benefit me in the future and isn't just a, you know, temporary kind of situation here? You know, this one wanted to kind of glide off because he kind of moved this way, and look who it is. It's you. It's the King of Swords. I absolutely love this. You know, the King of Swords is Mr. Thank You Next, right? Thank you next. Just really beautiful at discernment. I feel like this is your advice here, actually, and I feel like this wants to clarify this, actually. I feel like this is your advice here. Oh, man, do you see the crown on it? These are two different decks. Oh, no, lies. This is the same deck, this one. See how the crown is on Humpty Dumpty's head, but it's not on Kingo? This is interesting. So it's like as you step into your air sign self, you can keep your crown on and be balanced at the same time. It's interesting. I feel like this is your advice around this Knight of Pentacles. Like, as long as you use your discernment and step into your empowerment as an air sign, right? You're not going to make a, you know, wrong call about this. You're going to be able to see it exactly as it is. I'm also hearing that appearances can be deceiving, right? Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid, patent blind, right? There's something to that. The way that things look. And is it the unicorn a looker? And if the unicorn went walking down the middle of Main Street, would that not draw eyes and attention? Something about that, okay? All right, let's get some clarifiers over here. King of Wands. Okay, people. Ten of Pentacles. You guys are really doing the most and doing it well, Gemini. I'm all about it. You know, Ten of Pentacles is very much about, this is happy home, family, and financial stability and abundance. This is all that and a bag of chips, even with the, you know, golden retriever here. This is everything, right? It kind of builds upon like the Ten of Cups, where that's complete emotional fulfillment, but love won't pay the rent. This is like love and paid rent. And this little baby's, you know, college fund paid for if it wants to go to college or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like all of that. All of that, all of that. And it's, this is what you're drawing to you from your King of Wands energy. This is where you manifest from. I feel like you're drawing in a really beautiful partnership here. Or if you're already in a partnership, it's ascending to a new level, or it's like a line of something that is going to lead you into this energy where it's like, you can, this is right here if you want it, right? Right here if you want it. You know, what is he doing to that poor baby? What is he doing? Is that like fire in her face? And she's like, yeah, it looks like he's doing a magic trick or something. And we were talking about the unicorn with gifted children and then magic here as well. Okay, I'm getting a very specific message. I'm just going to go with it. Listen, for a group of you who are, it doesn't really matter if you're single or if, I just saw 1111 on the timer, oh my God. It doesn't really matter. What I'm getting is that for some of you, regardless of where you saw this in your personal timeline, there's a partnership here that I'm tapping into of a romantic nature, that children are going to be a product of this partnership, but it's not just about you wanting to have children. It's about bringing in a new generation of children into this world to raise the vibration. Very specific message. That's what I'm getting. It's also another way of saying, like, you know, this is so much larger than you and your own desires, right? It feels like there's a part of a destined plan and something for the good of the collective this is. That was a Yoda way of saying it, but for the good of the collective this is. Clarify for Eight of Wands, please. But it's true. Heat, passion, desire, fire, magic. Oh my God. Okay. Ooh, the Empress on the bottom. Again with the babies and the pregnancy and the abundance and all of the things. 3-year we're coming out of as well. So this is so funny to me. So the Eight of Wands is being clarified by the Eight of Cups. So you got an 8 for an 8, which is brilliant. You know, this is really nice because I feel like this upward, do you see how the nighttime and the daytime here? I feel like this upward ascension and you being at the center of all of these things, it's also highlighting, right? What no longer has room or space, whether that be emotional, physical, or mental, in your ascension. It's like, I'm going up, 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 up. Oh, suddenly I'm getting real clear on what I don't want to bring with me. Who or what or whatever. This could be negative self-talk, habits and patterns of your own. It could be people, places, whatever this is for you. Okay? But sometimes when we get an abundance of anything, it can really highlight what we already have and if it's reached its expiration date of usefulness, right? I actually want to get one more clarifier for the King of Swords and Knight of Pentacles, just because this is really short and I don't want it to be too short. King of Swords. And because I want to. Here we are. High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So we got the Six of Swords here to clarify the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Swords. And it's kind of funny because it's kind of saying like, you already said this, but if you really want another card, here we go. So, you know, this is really moving into calmer waters, moving into a place where you're just feeling really sure-footed in your decisions. And this is the opposite of analysis paralysis, as is the King of Swords. So this is just feeling, you know, the King of Swords is an absolute expert at discerning what is and is not for him. The King of Swords has never in his life consulted a tarot reader or an intuitive or anything else because he's just like, bop, 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 just sees things really, really, really clearly. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's your advice here, which is really nice. So let's get an oracle for you guys. I do feel like some changes are coming up for you, but it's all really beautiful. It is going to be a lot though. Okay? So it's like, you know, pace yourself, mind, body, spirit, balance, all of this good stuff. The fact that it's retrograde season too, I feel like that's part of what's bringing, like being highlighted for you to release in the face of all this newness. You know what I'm getting? There's this like old adage of like, I don't necessarily subscribe to it, or ascribe to it, whatever. When you buy a new piece of clothing, you throw one of your pieces of clothing out to make room for the new. There's something to that. Look at the snake on this card. I can't. Look at the snake. I saw it in your meditation and then it came up here too. I'm obsessed. So ancestors, generations. You know, I love that this is coming up for you because we're talking about children. And we're talking about giving birth to a new generation of little people. By the way, I just want to be very clear about this. If that does not pertain to you, it doesn't necessarily matter, because the snake is also about, it's just a different interpretation of the same energy that I'm tapping into, okay? It's a general reading. But we have to talk about the children stuff with the unicorn and the 10 of Pentacles and all of this situation. But the snake is also about rebirth, shedding of skin, and healing DNA, healing patterns, right? But in order to heal those patterns, you first have to identify them. It's also about how we hold inside of our DNA, we inherit trauma. We do. In our DNA, it's, you know, there's studies that have been done about this. So it's like really getting to the root of what aspects of ourself, because it's Mercury retrograde season during Scorpio season. This is the time to do this. Why not just finish out this 3-year? I mean, you guys have it going on, but I'm just saying, let's finish this year out, really capitalize upon this 3 cycle, which allows this time of extremity, right? And highlight what is no longer working so that you can move right into this 4-year that we're going into with nothing more than what you need and desire, right? It's like Marie Kondo says, go through your house and see, you know, everything. Does it bring you joy? And if it's not, it's got to go. And I feel like that's what this is, with this new opportunity and communication and upward ascension, because this also could be like a spiritual ascension too. It's just going to highlight like what wants to be left behind, and it's okay, and you release it with love, right? I feel like this is also saying like your ancestors are very much here for you through this time of change, and you can absolutely draw upon their strength and their guidance and their wisdom, especially because, you know, the grandpa here, really getting that, and then the King of Wands and the King of Swords, absolutely, right? But this is really beautiful, and at the end of the day, you know, the snake that I saw and the snake charmer situation of it, this transition, this time of change, this time of abundance does feel particularly charmed for you, Gemini. It does. And then you got tsunami wake-up call. Like, stop. Tsunami wake-up call. Remember when I talked about the full moon being particularly auspicious for you? And then we have the full moon right here. Yes. I feel like, okay, I do feel like it's going to be a wake-up call, but a really positive one. I do. I wouldn't say that if I didn't feel it. Like, it feels positive, especially because unicorn is rainbow, glitter, and butterflies positive. It just is, right? And that's the tone for everything. So, guys, the full moon is going to be particularly auspicious for you. I'd say to capitalize upon that cycle, Marie Kondo yourself, right? Release anything that doesn't bring you joy. Again, whether those patterns are things about yourself that you'd like to change or release, or anything in your home, the people, you know, you are the people you spend your time with, all of that good stuff. But it's about making way for the new and the fresh, okay? You guys have got this. This is really beautiful reading, Gemini, and I'm excited for you guys. But yes, so this was your first half of November general reading, and I really do hope that this helped. And I've been stumbling over my words all day. It's like pre-Mercury in retrograde. Let's have fun. I hope that this was of help and resonated. And if so, please let me know in the comments below. I would really appreciate that. And with that being said, just thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, just thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.